From last season's defeat, I still feel the pain, and I hate Villarreal.
There is a high possibility that Chelsea might retain.
So I have United first, Atalanta second, Young Boys going to the Europa League.
Young Boys going to
Europa League, they are finishing third,
and
Villarreal out.
oh, what?
Yeah, man.
It will be interesting to see how Barcelona fare without
Messi.
Group B.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely group of death.
The group of death, yeah.
No question about it.
Yeah.
Hi, hello, and welcome back to another episode on the Football for the Fans podcast. My name is Ian.
I'm Alan.
And for today, we're going to talk all things Champions League.
Yes.
So we all know that the match week 1 kickoff is just around the corner.
Yeah.
This coming Tuesday. And we thought we'd do a sort of prediction of sorts.
Yeah.
And try and see, or first of all, react to the various groups and try and predict what we feel the outcome will be. And yeah, I think
that's pretty much everything.
That's pretty much the concept of today's video. So before we get started in this video, we'd like to take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you for the support that you have given us thus far. We really do appreciate the feedback as it helps us improve the quality of the content. Let's get into the video. We'll start things off with Group A.
Yeah.
The teams that were in Group A were Club Brugge, PSG, Manchester City,
and RB
Leipzig. So I think it's gonna be a tough squad. But maybe just to make things a bit clear, we're going to try and predict where each team will finish in their respective groups. So maybe I can get your thoughts on how you think that table will play out.
First of all, I think this is a competitive group.
Yeah.
Because of in previous seasons, we've seen Man City, club, all these teams. They've been strong. They've been strong in the initial stages of the Champions League.
Yeah.
So I think, for me, PSG are the favorites to qualify. They have a star-studded squad. Mbappe, Hakimi, Messi, Neymar.
The list is it's endless.
It's a good squad.
Ramos,
Donnarumma is there.
The PSG squad is so stacked. It's literally unfair.
I think it would be unfair also to just go to see past them as the winners of this group.
The favorites.
Yeah, so I think they will win this group. And then I'm still holding out for Leipzig number 2. Really.
Wow, okay.
And the reason is, I think, I'll give credit to City because they're more stable than Leipzig. Because remember, Leipzig lost.
Their coach also.
The coach also, yeah. So maybe for that reason only, that City finish number 2.
Okay.
So have City and PSG qualify to the next round.
Round of 16.
Yeah, round of 16.
And Leipzig go into Europa
League.
Okay.
But I will say this: I wouldn't be surprised if City go to Europa.
Wow. No chance. No chance.
Why do you think? Why do you think that way?
I think the two favorites are the oil-backed teams. They are the Man City versus PSG was being touted as oil classico.
Yeah.
So they are definitely the favorites in that group. There's no question about it. On paper, they have probably the 2 best squads in the world.
PSG, I can argue safely for that.
Also, Man City, in every position, we even said this in previous videos.
Yeah.
They have at least 2 50 million pound players in every position, Man City.
Yeah.
So they have a stacked squad. it's not PSG level, but they have a good squad, and it showed last season when they reached the final.
Yeah.
So those are the two that will finish top. But I think because of the signing of Messi,
Yeah.
PSG should comfortably top.
Yeah. I agree on that.
Comfortably.
Yeah.
Man City will settle for second. And I think the third one is pretty obvious. The German team, Leipzig.
Yeah.
They've really struggled to adapt after some of their key players were taken. And then also their manager, he's gone to Bayern Munich.
Yeah.
So yeah, they should comfortably get third position. And I know Club Brugge are there, but
it's hard.
Yeah, it's hard seeing them getting
past
even into Europa. So I think they'll come fourth.
Okay.
But overall, I can't wait to see Man City versus PSG.
Yeah.
Pep playing against Messi.
It will be odd, yeah?
It will be very odd.
Yeah.
I'm still getting used to Messi in a blue jersey.
Yeah.
It looks very, very funny. But yeah, Group A seems very interesting.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to seeing how things develop.
Okay.
Next, we move on to Group B. Definitely group of death.
The group of death, yeah.
No question about it.
Yeah.
I think the best teams from the best leagues in Europe.
Yeah. All drawn here.
Yeah, all put together. So we have Italy's AC Milan. We have the EPL's Liverpool. And then we have Porto from Portugal. And finally we have the Spanish champions. Atletico Madrid.
Yeah.
So I genuinely don't know.
It's a hard group to predict. We can try to discuss it, but the prediction part, I think it's tough.
It's tough because every team in Group B deserves.
Yeah.
Let's not say deserves, but they have what it takes to go into the round of 16.
Yeah.
So, which fixtures are you looking forward to?
Looking forward to the Liverpool versus AC Milan.
Oh, a repeat of is it
2005?
The final,
where
Liverpool came back from
3-0 down. And okay, maybe the teams are not as strong as they were back then.
Yeah.
Especially AC Milan, because
they were at the top.
The Kaká, Inzaghi, they had the best players back then.
Yeah.
Right now it's a more of a resurgence.
Or they're in that revival phase.
I think they missed Europe for the Champions League rather for the past 6-7 seasons.
It's been long. It's been quite a bit of time since they were in the Champions League before.
I think it's a good thing that they are back because that's the place they deserve to be.
Yeah. I think of AC Milan Liverpool classic game always, but the other showdown that I'm keen to see is Atletico Madrid versus Liverpool. I think there was the game they played last time where Liverpool. Where was it? Liverpool who won?
Atletico who won.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
At Anfield.
Atletico won at Anfield to knock them out. I think this was last season. So
before COVID, no, it was the season COVID just hit.
Yes.
And they're playing the second leg at Anfield.
And then they won, and Liverpool.
And then they were knocked out.
So it will be a sort of revenge mission for Liverpool.
Yeah.
So I think there are interesting games all round.
Yeah. I
genuinely do feel bad for Porto because they couldn't have picked
a harder team.
had a group to be in. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So I can kick off with the prediction. I think number 4, Porto.
That's tough.
I think because of the teams that are there, they are going to come fourth. Number 3. It's hard. It is so hard. but I'm gonna say Atletico.
Number 3.
Yeah, Atletico.
Wow. Okay.
I think I'm basing this off of the defensive nature
Of Simeone.
of Simeone,
Yeah.
and you have AC Milan and Liverpool's style of play, which is more attacking.
Yeah.
So I think AC Milan will struggle to score goals, and I think
Atletico will struggle.
Atletico will struggle to score goals, but I think they will miss out on top 2 by goal difference.
Oh. It could be decided, by the way.
Yes.
That's how tough this group is.
That's how tight I think things will be. Atletico Madrid will miss out just on goal difference. And then number 1, Liverpool, because I think they have the capacity to, I wouldn't say comfortably, but they'll be able to force
their way through.
And obviously with Liverpool top, AC Milan second.
Wow. I have a different opinion to you.
Okay.
Because of course, okay, on Porto I think we have the same expectation that they'll finish number 4.
Okay.
But Porto also the past 2 seasons they've been good.
Yeah.
Last season they knocked out Juve in the quarterfinal, round of 16 stage. So they'll also cause some problems this season.
Yes.
But as you said, this group is it's hard.
It is tough.
It's hard. Even a draw might see them end up at the bottom.
Yeah.
But at number 3, I have AC Milan.
Ooh.
Because I think coming back to the Champions League, they might struggle.
Okay.
Because remember United last season, they came back and they struggled. They were good at first.
They started off well, but towards the end,
went down.
Okay.
So I have them going to Europa. AC Milan at number 3. And Liverpool at number 2.
Okay.
I think Atletico will win because of the defensive nature of Simeone. Because he plays on the counter. So I think his team normally absorbs the pressure. Then on just one time, they get you.
They hit you, and they do have that tendency though, where they just soak pressure, they absorb, they stay strong, they stay resilient, and then they just pick the opportunities.
Yeah. And then remember they have Griezmann back.
That's a very good point, by the way.
So I think going forward now they have more options because I think Felix will be back soon.
João Felix,
So you see the options there. We have Suarez also in there. So yeah, that's why I see Atletico winning this group.
I'm starting to rethink my my decision.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Let me stick with my prediction.
Yeah.
But whoever misses out, it will be so tight.
It will be tight, yeah.
It will be so tight.
I agree.
But yeah, so you said Atletico,
Liverpool, AC Milan, and Porto.
Yeah. I've gone the other way around. I've said Liverpool top, AC Milan second, Atletico third,
Porto fourth.
and Porto fourth. But oh my goodness, what a tough group. Next, Group C.
Yeah.
The teams involved: Ajax,
Dortmund,
Besiktas,
and Sporting Lisbon.
This is obviously a very tricky group.
An open group.
Exactly, that's the word.
Yeah.
It's an open group.
Yeah.
It can go either way.
Yeah.
You never really know how things will progress.
Yeah.
So I don't really think there are matches that we are really looking out for.
Maybe I'd look forward to Ajax versus Dortmund.
That'll be a good game. That'll be a good set of games.
Yeah. Because I think Haaland, the machine.
Oh yeah.
That guy is hungry for goals.
And I'm actually looking to see how Dortmund will react to losing Sancho.
Yeah. Fair enough.
How will they fare? How are they, I don't think they're really doing too bad in the Bundesliga.
I think they've lost one game so far.
Mm-hmm.
And for Sancho, they got Daniel Malen as a replacement.
Okay.
So they have a good squad.
Mm-hmm.
It's an exciting squad.
Okay.
And added, of course, now to having the veterans of the likes of Marco Reus, Axel Witsel
in the squad. Yeah. So that core of experienced players is still there.
Still there.
Even if they've lost one of their
stars,
the young stars.
Yeah.
So thoughts on the outcome come the end of match day 6?
I think Dortmund will be number 1.
Okay.
Ajax finishing 2nd.
Okay.
Then Besiktas finishing 3rd.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately for Lisbon finishing 4th.
Okay.
Because I think Ajax, I see they have a very entertaining style of play.
Mm-hmm.
Total football.
Yeah, it's the only way. It's a Dutch way.
So I think for them that will work for them.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think for Lisbon, I just don't see them getting past Besiktas because they are a strong team. They are a rugged team.
They fight for everything.
For everything.
They don't really have that one
good
superstar player who will carry the team. So you think they will probably just come short of
Europa, yeah.
Okay.
How do you see it planning out?
I think I agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely the top 2 is set. I don't like to put all my eggs in one basket, so to speak, but the top 2 is sealed. It's Dortmund first and then Ajax. The other 2, I wouldn't be surprised if Lisbon came 3rd actually, because as you've said, they are a team full of grit. They work for each other. They don't really have superstars, so to speak.
Yeah.
So I think that unity and that perseverance in the way that they play will help them. And I'm going to go for Sporting 3rd, Besiktas 4th.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my prediction. Group D.
Yeah.
The teams in the pot this time were Real Madrid,
Inter Milan.
The third one was Sheriff from Moldova, and the 4th one was
Shakhtar Donetsk.
Shakhtar Donetsk.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. You learn something new every day. So basically, I think it's safe to say the team from Moldova,
they're out.
Dead 4th. Probably 0 points. Let's just be honest.
Yeah.
The main teams in this group are the big boys.
Yeah.
Inter Milan and Real Madrid. So, what do you think?
I think I have Real Madrid finishing first in this group because of the experience Carlo Ancelotti brings.
Yes, that is true.
He's a top coach, and I think with him in this Real Madrid squad, because despite losing someone like Sergio Ramos, they have a good player in Eden Hazard. If fit, he can influence the game. Okay. Because he's a talented player. So because I think Real Madrid have more stars, they're quality players compared to Inter.
Okay.
So I think for that reason only, I have Real Madrid finishing first.
Real Madrid first.
And of course, Inter number 2.
Inter Milan number 2.
Yeah.
I think the point to note with Real Madrid, there are 2. The first one is the fact that they let Ramos and Varane go in the same season and haven't really brought in someone to
replace that experience.
Because with them, they were the centre back pairing that won the back-to-back UEFA Champions League titles. Yeah. So for them two to go at the same time, it's crazy. And not have someone coming in to replace them. Absolute madness. But that being said, we all know the financial struggle that teams in the La Liga are going through. So from a financial perspective, it was a good move, but from a footballing perspective,
it was a bad.
How do you recover from that? So I think, based on what I've seen with Inter Milan, they won the Serie A last season for the first time, dethroning Juventus, who became basically monotonous. It was Juventus. It was a good...
For the last 9 years, I think.
Yeah, it was a good change at least. I think they still have the same coach.
No, they have a different coach. Conte
left.
Yeah.
So how will they react to that? After Conte leaving, how will they react?
And also
to
remember, Lukaku is also...
Lukaku was sold.
Yeah. But I think, compared to Shakhtar, because also remember last season, Shakhtar finished above Inter. Because Inter missed out totally on European football.
Yes.
And Shakhtar, I think, went to... What did they go to the Europa League? Because Mönchengladbach finished number 2. And you remember?
Yes.
So I think it will be tough. It will be another tough season between Shakhtar and Inter. But I think Inter now have the experience, so to speak.
They just have that bit more with the likes of Perisic.
The AC Milan signing, the Turkish guy,
Çalhanoğlu. Him at set pieces.
Yeah, he's a good player.
Elite.
Yeah, so I think they'll cause more trouble. They'll be more dangerous compared to Shakhtar.
Okay.
But Shakhtar will be another problem altogether.
Okay. So Real Madrid top.
Inter number 2.
Yeah. And then Shakhtar number 3. And then Sheriff number 4.
Yeah.
Okay. I can't really argue much different from that. I think that's probably how things will turn up. If there were to be any changes, it would be first and second, but it would require something drastic to happen. So I'm going to agree with you. Real Madrid first, Inter second, Shakhtar third, and Sheriff Moldovan team. Bye.
Yeah.
They're gonna be fourth. It's one of those clubs who you would say they enjoyed
the run
being in the Champions League. Yes, no disrespect to them, but
it's tough.
It's tough for them. So let's see how the group plays out. Group E.
Yeah.
And maybe this time you can tell us the teams involved.
So we have FC Barcelona, Bayern Munich, Benfica, and Dynamo Kiev.
Yes. So those are our 4 teams for Group E. 2 very big teams.
Yeah.
FC Barcelona,
FC Bayern
Munich. Bayern Munich.
Yeah.
I think it will be interesting to see how Barcelona fare without Lionel Messi. Because in the last couple of seasons, he's the one who's been carrying Barcelona, not only in La Liga, but also in Europe. Okay, it's only that now you can only do so much when you face the big teams, especially in the knockout stages. So I'm going to kick things off. I think it's obvious.
Yeah, I think it's straightforward.
It's straightforward here. Bayern number 1. Okay.
Yeah.
Number 2, I'm going to say Barcelona, because of the signings that they've brought in, like Depay. He's on
fire.
He's on fire right now.
Yeah.
I think the third team will be Benfica. It's very unfortunate that they are in a team with
Bayern and Barca.
Yeah, two former champions basically. So I think they'll have to settle for third, and then Dynamo Kiev coming in fourth.
Yeah.
They'll probably put up a fight, maybe get 1 or 2 points, but I don't think they'll have enough to
dethrone Benfica.
Yeah, from that third spot.
Yeah.
So, but I think the team to watch out for this season is Bayern. I think they basically want to what is it called? Bring back the good old days.
Yeah.
I think, especially with someone like Lewandowski there, I think he probably would like to win one last
more, yeah.
Champions League before he moves to a new club. So I guess that will be at the back of his mind. But yeah, I don't know how you see things.
I completely agree with you because also in the same order I have Bayern number 1, Barca number 2, Benfica 3, and unfortunately for Dynamo, they'll leave the competition. They'll be fourth because particularly in 1 and 2, I think, as you put it, Bayern are one of the favorites.
Yeah,
they have a good coach right now, Nagelsmann. Maybe not better than Flick, but he's a good coach.
He's also pretty, let's say, relatively young.
Yeah, and his ideas are just the way his teams play. It's good to watch.
Yes.
And I think Bayern are they're better.
They have the better squad, obviously, out of all the 4 teams.
Yeah, Barca, as you put it, they mostly relied on Messi, and even on relying on Messi, they could be beaten 8-2 by Bayern.
Crazy.
So I don't think they've completely recovered from that.
It's always traumatic when you're beaten 8 goals.
8 goals in one game.
It's crazy.
Yeah, but I think they have enough to finish number 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
So top 2 basically.
Bayern
defined. Let's see how things progress.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that big game.
Bayern versus
Barcelona. Yeah. Just to see, because this will be the Bayern versus Barcelona game will be the first big test that Barcelona get without Messi. How they'll perform, I guess only time will tell.
Yeah.
Group F and the big team, I guess. Big team. For all Manchester United fans, this is the group to watch.
Yeah.
Obviously, apart from Manchester United, you have Atalanta, you have Villarreal, the current Europa League champions. Very unfortunate.
Yeah.
And then you have
Young Boys.
Yeah. So, how do you think this will go?
I think this is a good opportunity for United to get revenge on Villarreal, particularly.
Yeah.
After last season's heartache, it was painful. So I think this will be a good situation,
a chance,
yeah,
a chance to
even knock them out of the Champions League altogether.
Oh, that's a big statement.
Because I from last season's defeat, I still feel the pain, and I hate Villarreal. Sorry to say. So I have United finishing 1 first.
Okay. Top. Oh. Yeah. Okay.
Atalanta finishing 2nd because Atalanta they have a good squad.
Okay.
They'll be the dark horse of this group.
Okay.
No, I don't think there'll be a team that will take them lightly.
Definitely, when you have players such as Zapata, Gomez,
Muriel,
and
remember in the past seasons they've made it to the knockout stages, the past 2 editions. So
they're not really a team that will just lie down and roll over.
It's because a big team is coming.
Yeah.
So I have United first, Atalanta second. Young Boys going to the Europa League.
Young Boys going to
Europa League, yeah, finishing 3rd.
And
Villarreal out.
Oh, what?
Yeah, man. I told you I hate Villarreal, so yeah, for that reason only I have Villarreal out.
Young Boys going to Europa.
Yeah. I think they'll beat Villarreal. I hope they beat them.
I am speechless.
How do you see it happen? How do you see it developing?
Okay. I'm still recovering. So,
yeah.
Young Boys 4.
Why?
When you compare the 3 teams above them, these are teams that have proven themselves.
Yeah.
At least when it comes to going beyond the group stage.
Okay.
when on paper they are the smallest squad.
Yeah.
So it would take a really, really good set of 6 performances or 5 performances to
lift them up.
Yeah, to even give them third.
Yeah.
So they will be fourth. In third position, I think Villarreal.
Uh-huh.
I think from watching them play last season in Europe, they weren't really dominating, like comfortably winning games by 3 or 4 goals every other game.
Fair enough, yeah.
I think, for example, Man United last season in the Europa faced tougher opponents.
Yeah, they're on to the finals.
Right? Their path to the finals was way tougher than Villarreal's.
True.
And Villarreal's, their performances weren't convincing. And even in the final, it had to go to 11 penalties
to get a winner.
For them to get a winner, and forcing our goalkeeper David De Gea to take. So that's how bad, or that's how unconvincing, I don't want to say bad, they were, at least going forward.
Yeah.
So I think when you bring that mentality that Villarreal have into the group stages, they will get caught out, because it's not like it's a final, like one game and that's it.
True.
You have to repeat it again and again and again. And I think if they are challenged to do so over 6 games, they probably will fall short. In second position, this will be a tough one.
Yeah.
Before the signing of Ronaldo, I was a bit skeptical of how we would perform.
Even before Ronaldo?
Before Ronaldo. I was still skeptical. But now that we have that defined number 9, I think Manchester United are a threat.
Yeah. Mr. Champions League himself.
Yeah. Who better than to have? And you know, the Champions League, especially when you get beyond the group stage, you can somehow survive on exemplary performances.
True.
Right? It's because it's not like a whole season you have to play. Okay. So for that reason, Manchester United first, because of just having that number 9 who will guarantee goals.
Yeah.
And then second, Atalanta.
Yeah, I think that's I have both Man United and Atalanta also proceeding.
Yeah, so United, Atalanta, Villarreal, Young Boys.
I have Young Boys, Villarreal.
But if look at it this way, if Villarreal drop into Europa, it's not the worst thing for them.
I hate them.
It's not the worst thing for them. They'll probably go and win Europa again. Yeah. Let's see
how it goes.
I hope Man United don't misbehave.
They won't.
Let's see. Group G next, and the 4 teams are Sevilla, Wolfsburg,
RB Salzburg, and finally we have Lille from
France.
Yeah.
Okay. A very open group.
I think all the teams here are evenly matched, I can say.
More or less the same level. I think they can compete against each other, and you know, it's just who wants it more.
Yeah.
So maybe just to, like, they're wasting a lot of time
to predict.
Yeah.
I think I have Wolfsburg finishing first.
Okay.
They have an exciting coach in Mark van Bommel.
They're doing pretty well in the
Bundesliga.
Yeah, 9 out of 9 points.
Yeah, so you can't dispute that, really.
Still early days, but they've only played 3 games. But yeah,
it's a good indication.
Yeah.
I have Sevilla finishing second.
Okay.
Only reason they're not finishing first, I feel, is because of the Koundé transfer saga. Because he wanted out.
Oh, yes.
But somehow Sevilla managed to pin him
down.
At
least for another
maybe until the January transfer window.
Yeah.
So I think, I don't know if we'll take that personally or we'll be professional about it.
Yeah.
I don't know. because he really wanted to move away.
He wanted greener pastures.
Yeah. So for that reason, I have them finishing second. I have Lille finishing third.
Okay.
Maybe because also they lost their manager, the title winning manager. So they are kind of in a rebuilding phase.
Yeah.
And then unfortunately for Salzburg, I have them finishing fourth.
RB Salzburg fourth.
Yeah.
You don't think the French champions can
miss out?
Yeah.
Totally on European football. Finishing fourth.
No, like can miss out on, what is it called, on top two?
Yeah, I think they will miss out because, as I said, they're then rebuilding
phase.
Yeah.
So it's not the same coach.
It's not the same coach, and I think they've lost one or two players. The striker Yilmaz is getting older because I think he's 37 or 36 right now.
Okay.
So playing 6 games
back to back.
Okay, not back to back, but
yeah, consistently alongside the
domestic league.
Yeah,
I think it will be a toll on them.
Okay.
So I have them finishing third.
Okay. I think Sevilla will be first.
Okay.
I believe that these Spanish teams, there's just something about them when it comes to Europe. They're very, very resilient.
They turn up.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think especially their home games, they always capitalize on it. Going to the Sevilla stadium is not easy.
Yeah, it's crazy. Mestalla Stadium.
The Mestalla, the atmosphere is buzzing, and now fans are back.
Yeah.
So they will be first. In second position, I probably would give Wolfsburg because they've shown this season, or rather with the start to this season and also with the qualification into the Champions League from last season, that they're moving in a forward direction. They're moving in a good, positive direction. And I feel they don't really have the best squad
compared to Sevilla.
So that's why I've put them second. But I feel like they have enough to progress.
Yeah.
Their group is favorable. As we've said, it's open.
Yeah.
If they were put in as a team like, or in a group with the likes of Barcelona or Man City or Chelsea or Man United, maybe you'd start thinking twice. But for this group, comfortably second. Then third, I would have is Salzburg. I would have Salzburg third, and then I would have the French champions fourth.
Okay.
I think the fact that you lose your title-winning manager,
says a lot. Yeah.
It's crazy. It's critical because you lose that stability. I know it was a once in a lifetime thing to beat PSG a whole season in the French league, but to do that and then lose your manager, it kind of brings the whole
everything back to earth.
like back to square zero or point zero.
Yeah.
So I think they would probably miss out on Europa. I don't know how they've adapted to the change, but I guess now being in Europe with these challenging teams and in an open group will show us what they're made of. Yeah. But as things stand with the situation, I put them fourth.
It's an open group, as you said, so we'll see how it turns out.
Group H, the group of the current
I hate that word, man.
European champions.
Yeah.
They've been placed in the same group with Juventus and Zenit, St. Petersburg.
Yeah.
I think they're from Russia, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
And the last one is
Malmo from Sweden. Zlatan's former team.
Yeah, I think Sweden.
Yeah.
So I think off the bat we already know third and fourth.
Malmo coming from.
I don't know exactly the order, but obviously the main focus is on the top two. Juventus versus Chelsea.
Yeah,
Juventus without Ronaldo.
that's tough.
Chelsea
With Lukaku.
Who basically terrorized Juventus
last season. Yeah.
So how do you think things play out?
I think Chelsea are stronger. I hate to admit that, but they are stronger in this group. Of course, having Lukaku to an already stacked squad, it's a boost for them.
It's nothing but a positive.
Yeah, then of course you have N'Golo Kante in there. You have Jorginho in there.
That Chelsea squad is crazy.
It's good. It's really good.
And then you have a manager who seems to know
what he's doing
this time round.
Yeah.
You know, no disrespect to Lampard, but some of the decisions were
they were weird.
They were very questionable.
Yeah.
But yeah, Thomas Tuchel came, hit the ground running, got them into the Champions League, then won it for Chelsea.
Yeah.
Will they have second season syndrome?
I hope so.
I hope so.
I don't think. Okay, I think being the champions, they're favorites, of course.
The pressure will be on them.
So it's on the other teams now to take the crown from them. But yeah, I think they'll finish first in this group. They're just stronger than Juventus because, as you mentioned, they've lost Ronaldo.
Yes, who was scoring at least 25 goals.
Yeah,
every season
he was there. So it's a big ask for them to beat Chelsea. But I think they'll have enough to finish number two. And then Zenit finishing third for me, and Malmo missing out.
Yeah, probably Malmo will finish fourth. It's basically the same situation with Sheriff. Yes.
Yeah.
So it's just thank you for participating, but yeah.
Bye.
Hope you enjoyed
the show,
the time spent. But yeah, I think there is a high possibility that Chelsea might retain. I think they do.
Yeah.
I think they do because now last season Chelsea were struggling in that number 9 position because Tuchel had to rotate. Sometimes playing Werner there, and if that doesn't work, he plays Havertz there, and if that doesn't work, it
was a whole
trial and error. But now with that number 9, Lukaku, if they can keep him fit,
I don't think that will be an issue.
He does get a few niggles
here
and there sometimes throughout the season, but Chelsea do have potential.
Yeah.
And I see them going a very long way. I think at least semi-finals.
Wow, that's a big call.
At least semi-finals.
That's a big call.
Because their group is relatively easy.
Yeah.
They should
get the maximum points here, I think.
Maybe not maximum points, but I think they'll be first. Then Juventus second. I agree with you. Zenit third, Malmo fourth.
Yeah.
But I'm going out on a limb and saying Chelsea will at least reach semi-finals.
This guy. I don't know.
I think I've started to respect
Chelsea.
Not Chelsea.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay. His style of play is very tough to come up against because he has a very dynamic style of play.
Yeah.
Ever changing. Because you find that with the back 3 can become a back 5 or one of the center backs can push forward, others can drop deep. So tactically, Chelsea can rotate depending on the opponent.
Yeah.
And I think when you have a squad like Chelsea does, combine that with a manager that Chelsea have in Europe, where it's not 38 games, where you play this type of team, and then you play this type of team, and then you play this type of team, so you can shuffle as needed.
I agree on that.
So just with that concept in mind, I feel they'll go far.
And I think also to add on to that point, I think the other day Van Gaal was being interviewed and he had praise for Tuchel.
Yeah.
of playing that 5-3-2 system. So yeah, I think as much as I hate it, you have to accept. You have to accept, yeah. But I don't think they'll be favorites to reach the semi-final. They're favorites to win this group. I give them that much. To go all the way,
at least semi-finals. At least
maybe quarterfinals.
Okay. But we'll just see how things play out.
Yeah.
And I guess that's Group H for us. So that's it from us. We've gone through all 8 teams.
Yeah.
All the way from A to H. And I guess that's the end of the video. If you've made it this far, first of all, thank you so much for the support. We really do appreciate it. And if you've enjoyed the content, kindly let us know by liking, subscribing. If you have any alternative or
suggestions
or even suggestions of what you'd like us to do next, leave a comment down below. Your feedback really does help us. And yeah, I've been your host, Ian.
I'm Alan.
And stay safe and see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.